So hello, I'm Howard Campbell from the Southside Cafe. Today we're going to be preparing a Palouse tostada made with lentils. It's a vegetarian dish, indicative of the area. Lentils are a good staple, easy to cook. Most dry beans have a long cook time. Lentils are one of the few you don't have to soak overnight and will cook till done within 30 minutes about. So it makes it an excellent go-to for a novice or those beginning to learn how to cook. Like many things, you start basically, I mean, you can just boil them with water, but it's one of those things that you can enhance on a very fundamental level at the very beginning. So you could boil it with stock and enhance the flavor. You could add vegetables like celery and onion, and it also develop more flavor, or you can enhance it with aromatics like bay leaf and some herbs or spices. Lentils are a very sort of a flat pill-shaped legume. So this one I prepared with vegetable stock. So the dry lentils, about twice the volume of lentils, so 2 to 1 of stock, and then 1 packet of the taco seasoning, and then a little bit of tomato sauce. And the end result is this nice, this is less than 30 minutes. We have a nice, if we can see there. So very, very aromatic. You can smell the cumin, the chili powder, the tomatoiness gives it that kind of savory binder. And then really from here, all we'll be doing is just pan frying some corn tortillas, sauteing a little vegetable. I'm going to whip up a little Pico de Gallo and put on some gloves real quickly. Pico de Gallo is just one of those easy to learn condiments. Very, very fresh, very flavorful, and very easy to prepare. So just a coarse chop of, we're using Roma tomato. They're very good and in season today. Pico de Gallo, a little head start, just so that some of the flavors can sort of blossom together. I honestly think just don't always use a sharp knife. That's always a good thing. And just using the fingers to kind of guide, and just keep your cuts slow, just keeping the fingers out of the way. So for our pico, we keep it very simple. We use fresh Roma tomato, diced onion, a little bit of fresh jalapeno, which I'm about to put in here. We don't put the seeds, and we just but we do focus on the fresh pepper flavor. A little bit of kosher salt, and then a squeeze of lime. So that very simple preparation, Pico de Gallo. We're just going to let that sit and let the flavors kind of marry together while we're preparing the tortilla. We use a blend of olive oil and a little bit of canola oil when we're frying our tortilla. We let the skillet get nice and hot. We look for a kind of a rippling of the oil on the surface. That kind of indicates that it's nice and hot for the sizzle. And with these tortillas, we're looking just to reawaken, if you will, the little bit of fat that the tortillas are made with. It just loosens that up a little bit, and then we get a little blister on it to really develop the fried flavor. We can see this. So now I'm got a nice brown tortilla. I'm topping it with two portions of our lentils. Yeah, right to the edge. We do the 2 versions of this where we can keep it vegan by just by eliminating the cheese. Today I am going to incorporate the cheese. I think that's the way I prefer to eat it. I probably will be the one eating this one today. So, you just give it a light. This is a blend of Monterey Jack and cheddar. Of course, we're going to top with a little bit of the shredded lettuce. We're going to put some of our fresh Pico de Gallo. And you could take it any way from here. You could put a spicy habanero salsa. You could go with a fresh guacamole. You could use sour cream, but we typically let the student decide from here. And that is our lentil tostada.